All right, I'll count us down from 3, 2, 1. Hit start. All right. Another Monday, another yoga and more darkness. So, anywho, let's have a seat. You can close your eyes to start. Okay, let's lengthen our spine, sit up tall. And let's take our 3 centering breaths together. So, as you breathe in through the nose, sit up a little bit taller, feel your chest expand. Then long breath out. Feel the air as it exits your lips. Settle down. All right, number 2, let's breathe in. And exhale slowly, softly, long breath. Okay, last one together. Let's breathe in through the nose. Long breath out. Really settle in on this third one. Nice. All right, as usual, we're going to settle our whole body, top to bottom. So let's start with our head. So ironing out any wrinkles in your forehead, relaxing your whole face, your cheeks, your jaw, still breathing. And then working our way down to our neck and our shoulders. Maybe get a little head roll in there. The shoulder sinking down with each out breath. All right, then we're going to work our way through our arms. Okay, so shoulders, upper arms, biceps, through the forearms. Then let's breathe into our wrists and our hands. So let's take a moment, notice where our hands are. Okay, mine happen to be open palm, face up, resting on my knees. Yours could be maybe palms face or resting on your knees or clasped in your lap. It doesn't matter. Just relaxing. And then as you breathe in, let's work our way back to our chest and our torso. Feeling it expand as you breathe in. Contracting as you breathe out. Okay, give me a big belly breath. So expand it, breathing in. Contracting your stomach, breathing out. Then let's make our way to the lower half of our body. So notice where your bottom touches your mat. Working our way through our hamstrings and our quads, to the knees, to the shins. And if you're sitting cross-legged, notice how your shins are touching your mat or your feet, not your mat. And then when your feet touch your mat, just noticing the lower half of our body. Okay, really settling in now. And for the next minute or so, I want you to just sit here and breathe, noticing how your whole body feels. Maybe coming back to your breath, if that helps you stay in the moment. All right. Take a moment, notice where you are mentally. Are you ready for yoga? Were you thinking about something else? Hopefully you were just focusing in on sitting here, maybe your breath. So let's take one last deep breath together. And so let's breathe in, hold it at the top. And when you hear the singing bowl, you can breathe out and open up your eyes. I'm gonna hop off my block. Take a quick drink of water because my mouth is already dry. All right, let's get one for our sides and our lats. So let's reach up towards the ceiling. Okay, let's look up. Really reach. Let's start on the right side today. So right palm is on the mat to our right. Left arm reaches over our head. Be nice active stretch, constantly reaching with those fingertips in the left arm. Okay, you should feel that left side the entire time. Maybe coming down to the forearm on the right, maybe not. And then let's release the breath, reaching that right arm back up top. Let's come down on the left. Okay, remember the same thing. Active stretch, reach, reach, reach. Okay, if you notice a bend at your forearm, straighten up that forearm and continue to reach. And let's bring that left arm back up to the top. And then as you breathe out, bring the hands to heart center. And let's do a twisting spine stretch. So let's start with the left side. So counterclockwise. Ooh, sweep my floor. All right, so right palm is pushing into that left knee. Left palm or left fingertips pushing against the floor behind you. And let's turn the chin into the left shoulder. Okay, I even feel that in my neck. So pushing as you breathe, or rather breathing as you push, whatever. And then let's gently unwind. Ooh. Now let's get the other side. Hopefully I stopped groaning this morning. So left palm is pressing into the right knee. This time pressing or turning the chin into the right shoulder. And then let's unwind, come back to the front. Let's get one for the inner thighs, the cobbler pose. One of my least favorites. All right, so pull the heels in towards the soft tissue, let those knees drop, and then just lean forward. I have least favorites, and yet I do them every week. There's probably a reason for that. All right, so continue to pull yourself in towards your feet or your heels. Notice how your inner thighs feel as your knees drop down. And then let's round out our backs gently, reaching forward. Okay. Continuing to slide or crawl with your fingers. And then we'll release in 3, 2, 1. Let's sit back up. Let's do some knee drops. Let's open up our hips. I constantly move the stuff in front of me. Okay. I always let everyone go at their own pace on this one. I think everyone's hips feel differently, good or bad. Maybe lean back a little bit once your knees hit the bottom. Not up to you. Ooh. I'm probably going to do about 5 cycles on my 4th. You don't really have to keep track. I'm just telling you how long we're going to do this. Ooh. And then last time on the right. And then last time on my left. Ooh. All right, let's stand on up. Let's get our favorite hamstring stretch. Now this one I love. You two, my regulars, you two know this already. Let's reach up to start. Really reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then give me a nice gentle swan dive forward. Okay, getting as low as we can. Maybe hands are on the floor, supporting us. Maybe go for the extra credit, use the fingertips or palms to push yourself towards the back of the room and feel those hamstrings engage. All right, let's fold our forearm and rock side to side. Let's get a little bit deeper in the stretch. Still rocking side to side here. Getting a little bit deeper in the stretch with each out breath. All right. Let's plant that right palm on the floor right in front of our face and open up our chest and our left arm. Left fingertips are reaching for the ceiling, turning the chin up towards the ceiling. And then let's take a deep breath in. And then as you release, gently rotate that left arm back down towards the ground. Switch palms. And then bring that right arm up towards the ceiling. Ooh. And just like the other side, we're going to take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, rotate that right arm back down. Let's let the arms, the upper body just dangle here for a moment. We're just going to hang out. All right. Then I want you to rotate 90 degrees to the right. Turn the right toes forward. We're going to drop the back knee or the left knee. Let's get our hips so the arms can and torso can come up. Okay. You can rotate your hip forward. You should feel that on the left side. I'm going to hold it for a few breaths. It feels as good for you as it does for me. All right, we're going to release the stretch in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to drop my arms back down. I'm going to pop back up on my back toes. I'm going to gently rotate back to center. And then rotate over to my left. Then I drop that back knee down. Okay, controlling the movement. And rotating my hips forward. Add the arms myself. Ooh. Okay, maybe look at something stationary to get your mind off how that right hip feels. It feels good, yet it's tight. Continue to stretch. All right, that's about good. I'm going to bring the arms and the torso back down, back onto my back toes. Then I'm going to rotate back to center. And let's dangle here for a few moments. And then we'll do our slow 10 count to come back up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to bring my feet back together. Ooh. let's do a standing side stretch and then we'll get our necks and our shoulders and stuff. I'm gonna go feet together, nice and tall. Reach the arms up. And then start on the left side. Okay, kicking out the right hip. Right arm is right over my head. I'm gonna turn my chin up towards the ceiling. And just like the sitting version, it's gonna be an active stretch. So constantly reaching with my right fingertips. And that stretch goes all the way down my right side to my right hip. It's lovely. I'm gonna bring that left arm back up to the top. And let's get the other side. So right arm down my right side, kicking out the left hip. Okay, active stretch. Let's connect the breath with the movement. So every time you reach, exhale. See how far into the stretch you can get. And let's bring that right arm back up to the top. And then we're going to bring our hands back to heart center. Nice. All right, let's get our shoulders. I'm going to bring the right arm across the top of my chest. Ooh. Pull, pull, pull. And then let's get the left arm across the top of the chest. All right, let's release that. Let's get the right tricep. So right arm behind the head. Okay, the left side. It's about good. Let's release the left elbow. Let's do the chicken wing on the right. So it's grabbing the left wrist behind our back. Let's gently drop our head to the right. Ugh. And then let's look up on this side to start. Let's get the front of our neck. And then as you exhale, rotate your head forward. All right, come back to the middle position, bring your head back up top, and let's get the chicken wing going on the left as we drop our head to the left. Oh. And let's look down to start on this side. Let's rotate the order that we do things. Let's lean the head back. Right, and back to the middle, back up top. Let's release that right wrist. Let's move to the lower half of our body again. Let's do Balasana. So find a medium stance. Okay, head and chest up. I'm going to keep my hands in the center, but do what works best for you. And then lower yourself down toward your mat. See how low you can go. Hello, inner thighs. Sounds like the rest of the world is awakening in my house, or rather just one other person. They have a weird schedule this week because they all go to different schools. So one kid has 2 days and two kids have no days. What a treat. All right, we're going to stay here for 3, 2, 1. Let's put the hands on the legs if you need it. And let's come on up. Okay, let's go face lengthwise with our mat. We're going to do another hamstring stretch before we do our moving options. So heels are in line, left toes are facing forward. Start with the arms up top. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, swan dive over that straight left leg. Okay. supporting yourself with your hands wherever you are. Rotating that right hip towards the front ankle. Keeping that back heel on the mat. And saying hello to that left hamstring. All right, we're gonna exit in 3, 2, and 1. Let's bend that front knee and coming up. And then I'm gonna rotate 180 degrees. Okay, let's get the right hamstring. So right leg is straight, arms are up top, and then swan dive over the straight right leg. Let's drive left hip towards the front ankle. Ooh, I definitely feel that in my glute as well. All right, and let's bend the right knee and come on up. Ooh, hello. All right, I'm gonna take off my sweatshirt for a moment. I have a feeling I'm gonna get pretty toasty here. All right, let's come to the front of our mats. Standing up nice and tall. Let's bring the arms up top. Let's do our 2 warm-up swan dives. So we're gonna go 1, come down, reach for the toes, reach for the ground. Let's come to flat back. Let's place the hands on the shins of the knees. Exhale, rounding out the back, and then reverse swan dive. Okay, that's 1. Swan dive down. Up to flat back. Exhale, rounding out the back, eyes up, head up, reverse swan dive. All right, let's start our 3rd swan dive. Feeling good, hopefully. Up to flat back. And then as you exhale, let's plant both palms on the mat and step back to plank. And give me a chaturanga down into our first upward dog of the day. Okay, get the head out of the turtle shell. Then come back to plank, giving me a push up here if you'd like, as we come into downward dog. Okay, opposite direction, pushing the floor away. Fingers are spread, pushing, pushing, pushing. We're feeling those hamstrings and the calves. And then let's bend the left knee and drive that right heel down. You all know I love hitting the calves to start in the first downward dog. Switch sides, bend the right knee. Okay, back to the right, bending the left. We're gonna do 3 cycles each time. It sounds about good. So switch sides. Okay. Feeling that left calf. And then back to the right. Last full cycle. And then back to the left. Okay, your shoulders might be feeling it now. That's good. Let's straighten up both legs. Back to a neutral downward dog. Let's do a sun salutation before we start our crescent pose. So come forward and step your feet towards your hands. And then reverse swan dive until the hands are at the top. And then swan dive down. Hopefully you feel a little more limber now. Up to flat back. And then exhale, rounding at the back, planting both palms, stepping back to plank, and then we're going to chaturanga down into our upward dog. Back to plank. Give me a push up here if you like. Then to downward dog. And then we're going to do a crescent pose on the left first, so feet together. Let's briefly float that left heel in the air, and then swing it on through and plant it in front of us. And then bring the arms and torso up for Crescent pose. Front knee should be tracking over the front ankle. Back heel is off the ground, but pressing in towards the mat. I definitely feel it in my left quad and my right hip. And I'm constantly reaching with my arms up towards the ceiling. And then let's bring the hands to heart center and come into prayer twist on the left. Okay, working on that balance, working on the strength. I don't know about you two, but I always like to see where I'm unbalanced, if I need to work on anything. And that's why I like doing yoga. Find your imbalances. We'll exit in 3. Or I'll give Philip a chance to come back in. You got it. We're good. All right, let's bring the arms back up top. And then exhale, bringing the hands back down, planting both palms. I'm going to step back to plank and then chaturanga down into an upward dog. Back to plank. Give me a push up here. Into downward dog. And then let's get the other side. Let's see how balanced we are. Feet together. Float the right heel. Sorry, I did the wrong side. And swing that right leg forward and plant it in front of you as you transition into crescent pose on the right. Okay, same thing. Back heel is reaching for the mat. Right knee should be over the right ankle. And the arms are actively reaching. Don't just leave the arms there. Getting a little bit lower every time you breathe out. And then we're going to bring the palms to heart center and transition into prayer twist on the right. Okay, left elbow's pressed into the right knee. Hands are stacked. Right elbow is over the left. And I'm saying hello to my right glute, my right hamstring here. All right, let's exit prayer twist and return to crescent pose. Arms are reaching up. And then breathing out, hands and arms come back down, planting both palms. Gently bring my right leg back to plank. Let's chaturanga down. Do an upward dog. And then back to plank. Give me a push up here. And returning into downward dog. And let's add a sun salutation before we do our warrior sequence. So step the feet towards the hands. And then feet together. Reverse swan dive. Swan dive down. Woo. Up to flat back. And then exhaling, rounding up the back, planting both palms, stepping back to plank, and then chaturanga down into an upward dog. Nice, nice. Back to plank. Optional push up here. So return to downward dog. Maybe your shoulders are cracking, maybe not. Feet and legs together. We're going to do the left side first. Left heel floats up into the air. And swing it on through. And as the arms come up, that back heel comes down for warrior 1. All right. And then let's go arms front and back for warrior 2. Okay, you check your warrior 2. Hips are 90 degrees from your mat. Shoulders are right above it. Add the arms. Turn the chin forward. All right, let's dip back into reverse warrior. So reach for the back of the room with those left fingertips and don't put too much weight in that back leg with that right hand. And then back to warrior 2. Let's do a twisting triangle pose this week. So put your left hand on your left hip and then reach forward with your right fingertips. When you can't reach anymore, drop it down, fingertips or palm, whatever works for you. Left fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling. You're twisting everything, turning the chin up towards the ceiling as much as you can, turning the eyes upward as well. We'll exit in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back into warrior 2. And take your time. I know that's a lot of twisting. And let's dip back into reverse warrior. And then back to warrior 2. And swing that right arm forward and up for warrior 1. And then exhale, lower the top half of your body, plant both palms, come back to plank and give me a chaturanga here into an upward dog. Back to plank and a push up if you like. And return to downward dog. Ooh, both shoulders cracking now. Let's get the right side. So feet and legs together. Let's float the right heel up into the air. And swing it on through and plant that right foot and come into warrior 1 on the right. Okay, settle in a little bit lower. And then we'll transition to warrior 2. Okay, arms are parallel with the ground. Let's dip back into our reverse warrior, reaching the right arm overhead. Fingertips reach for the back of the room. And then back to warrior 2. All right, remember we're doing the twisting triangle pose. So you can place your right hand on the right hip, reach forward with the left fingertips, dropping the left hand with the left fingertips down, right arm, right fingertips reaching for the ceiling now. Woo. A lot of twisting action. We'll exit in 3, 2, 1. Come back up into warrior 2. Okay, if you notice that right knee came up a little bit, see if you can get low and into it. And then dip back into reverse warrior. Back to warrior 2. And let's swing that left arm forward and up for warrior 1. And then exhale, bring the hands back down, back heel comes up, come back to plank and give me a chaturanga down into upward dog. Back to plank, give me a push up here. We're back in downward dog. Okay. We're about to come into chair pose. So step the feet towards the hands. Bring the feet and legs together. Drop your bottom down. Arms and torso are in line. Okay, palms are facing each other. Don't let the elbows flare. We're just going to hold it for another 3, 2, 1. Keeping the arms and torso where they are. Just straighten up the legs. Reach for the ceiling. Get off the heels. And all those stabilizer muscles take action. And then we'll drop in 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands to heart center as your heels come down. Let's do the right side first. Twisting chair pose on the right. Woo. Good thing I took off my sweatshirt. It's starting to get warm. I'm pressing my left elbow into my right knee. All right, let's come to center and then straighten up our bodies, reaching for the ceiling. Back off the heels. We're breathing, reaching, using our toes, rather our legs for balance. And then we'll come down 3, 2, 1. Heels back down, hands to heart center. Let's get the left side. Whew. Okay, if you notice your knees aren't as bent as they could be, and your bottom's up in the air, see if you can lower yourself down. Okay, don't cheat yourself. And then we'll come back to center. And the third and final time, arms up, onto the toes. Reach, reach, reach. And we'll come down in 3, 2, 1. Heels down, hands come back to heart center. I'm gonna take a quick drink of water because I've been talking for 35 minutes. Oh, wait for Philippa to come back to camera. Oh, there she is. You just gotta say people's names when they come back. All right, let's do tree. I'm gonna start on my left, but it doesn't really matter what side you start on. We're gonna hit both. Okay, I'm gonna move my right foot. There we go. See if I can reach up towards the ceiling today. Whew. We'll exit in 3, 2, 1. I'll bring my right foot out, shake out my left ankle. Let's see how balanced I am today. So let's get the left foot in position. Ooh. Let's keep my left toe on the ground. Ever since I've had this foot issue, I'm not as balanced as I once was. But so it goes. I will exit in 3, 2, 1. Ooh. I'll shake out my right ankle, my right foot, and then I'm going to have a seat. Ooh. Okay. We always start with table. I always like table. So we all know what to do. Palms planted, soles of the feet planted. Let's create a table out of ourselves, dropping the head back. Ugh. Okay. What do you feel in your shoulders? I kind of feel that just everywhere. Okay, give me one last reach with the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Get as much out of it as you can here. And then as you exhale, lower your bottom back down to the mat. Okay, lying back on our backs. Ugh. Taking your time getting there. Let's keep the soles of the feet planted. Let's roll onto our shoulders for bridge. Okay, you can either support yourself with your hands on the floor. Maybe clasp your fingertips right underneath your back. Same thing as you're rolling onto the shoulders. Push your pelvis back up towards the ceiling, just like the last one. Working the glutes and the hamstrings. Okay, don't let the knees bow out. Pretend like you're holding a ball with your in between your knees. And then control it one vertebra at a time, coming back down. Okay. And then we're going to stretch out those glutes. So let's get the right ankle on the left quad. And then grabbing our left shin, our left hamstring. Feel the right glute stretch. Let's take our 3 long out breaths. So start by breathing into the nose, out to the mouth. Ooh, that already feels incredible. 2 more. Let's breathe in. And then long breath out. Okay. Last one. Let's really make it count. Breathe into the nose and out the mouth. Oh my. Let's let go of that left leg. Switch sides. The left ankle's on the right knee. Pulling in the right shin or the right leg, wherever's comfortable for you. Let's repeat those 3 breaths. So breathe into the nose and out of the mouth. And number 2, breathe in. Long exhale. And you're blowing out a big birthday cake with a ton of candles. All right, last time, let's breathe into the nose and out of the mouth. Okay, glute should be pretty happy. So let's let go of that right leg. Let's stay on our backs. Let's do another supine twist. So let's hug in the left knee. Enjoy that little stretch. Okay, actively pulling it in. Don't just grab the knee and wait. Just continue to pull, pull, pull. And let's bring the left knee over to the right side of our body. Left arm extends out to the left. Feeling our whole spine twist. Looking towards our left. See if we can get our left knuckles and our left knee to both touch the ground. Right leg is extended. Ooh. And you take 2 long breaths on your own. Really letting the spine twist. And then begin to bring the left leg back to the center. And let's hug the right knee, right leg in. Okay, feeling good. Let's pull the right knee over to the left side of our body. Let's twist the opposite direction that we just did. Ooh. Oh, singing bowl, I'm hitting my singing bowl. Still can't believe that I took my singing bowl on one of my 500K rides a few years ago. Seems like such a silly thing to bring. All right, let's take one last deep breath together on this side. Breathing in through the nose and out to the mouth. Ooh. And then let's bring our right leg back over. We're gonna stand our backs for happy baby. So legs are up in the air and grabbing the outside parts of our feet, pulling our knees in towards our underarms, pulling, feeling those inner thighs, and then rocking side to side, massaging our spines against our mat. Ooh. All right. And then we're going to release our legs. Let's sit on up. Ooh. Let's get our hamstrings once again. So let's start with our left leg outstretched, bringing in the right heel towards the soft tissue. And we're going to flex the foot so the toes are facing the ceiling. And then exhale as you reach for the left foot or the left toes. Okay. Back of the left knee is on the mat. Don't let that float up. Just like all our other poses, make it active. Reaching, breathing and releasing, getting a little bit looser with each out breath. Okay, let's take one last deep breath on this side. So breathe in through the nose, breathing out, getting a little bit deeper into this stretch. Nice. Then release that side. Okay, taking our time, swapping legs. Oh, bringing in our left heel towards our soft tissue, flexing the right foot, and add the arms up top. And then exhale over the straight right leg. Okay, imagine there's a string from the top of your head to your big toe, and you want to shorten the length of that string. Pulling yourself in towards the right foot. Active stretch. Let's take 2 breaths on this side. This side feels tight for me, so breathe in through the nose. And then exhale, pull yourself in a little bit deeper. And then last one here, let's really go for the gold. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Ooh, make it hurt. I see you, Philippa, looking up. Let's release that side. Oh, cheater. Just kidding, not cheating. All right, let's do both legs together. Okay, so knees, shins, toes, ankles touching. Flex the feet, arms up top. And then let's reach over. I'm gonna go for over the toe variation. All right. Oh, I definitely feel both hamstrings. I also definitely feel less flexible. I do both legs together. Ooh. We'll hold and pull for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's release. Okay, let's do something we haven't done in a while. Let's spread both feet, keep both legs straight, okay, as far as is comfortable. And we're just gonna reach forward, sliding the fingers or crawling with the fingers. Those inner thighs return. Ugh. All right, and then let's sit back up. That's enough inner thigh action. Let's do our pigeon pose and return to a push-up or plank position. Ooh, I'm moving slowly now. I'm going to start by bringing that left, or I'm sorry, my right leg forward. Again, it doesn't matter which side to start. My right shin is 90 degrees from the rest of my body. Ooh, I'm already starting to feel that in my right glute. Okay, untuck the back toes. Let's stay here. Let's go for 60 seconds today. So using all that time, finding the position that feels so good. About halfway through. 10 seconds. I'll let you know when to sit back up so we can add the quad stretch. 3, 2, 1. Let's plant both palms in front of you and gently push yourself up. And then reach back. Let's pull in that heel. Feel the quad stretch. Ooh. Let's hold this one for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing. Let's come back to plank position. I'm going to bring my left leg forward Left shin's 90 degrees to the rest of the body. I untuck my right toes. Oh, okay, still settling in. Our minute hasn't started. Oh, let's start in 3, 2, 1. Ugh. About halfway through. Use this moment to continue to settle in or rock back and forth, finding an even deeper or lower position, or even just different position that feels like you're stretching a slightly different angle. And 3, 2, 1. Let's push our torso back up. Reach back with my right arm. I'm gonna feel that right quad extend. Ugh. Pull, pull, pull. We're releasing 3, 2, 1. Ugh. All right. Let's just lie on our stomachs and our chest for a moment. We're going to come into a cobra position. So leave the legs and lower half of the body on the mat. Okay. Hands are underneath the shoulders. And just push your torso up. Go as far as feels comfortable. I want us to all stretch the front half of our body all the way down through our stomach. And if you want, you can turn the chin and look up, getting the front of your neck. Oh. And then lower myself back down. Nice and easy. All right, let's sit back on our heels. I'm going to come into a long closing sequence. I'm going to spread my knees about as wide as my mat. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, come forward in a child's pose. Hands and forearms are resting on the mat. Forehead or temples on the mat, whichever feels better for you. Slowing down with the breath. And let's do an extended child's pose. So come onto the knees, reach the arms a little bit further forward. Your bottom's up in the air. We're going to skip thread the needle this week. All right, so come forward out of child's pose, rotate onto your back. Okay. As usual, do your body check, see how you feel. Or I'm going to see how I feel. We're going to go for 90 seconds. I want you to lie as still as you can. Close your eyes if you haven't already. And those 90 seconds start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that was about 90 seconds. So bring the arms up top. Give me a morning stretch. Ugh. Okay, really take your time with this one. Finding any other tight spot we haven't hit already. Just wriggling side to side. Arching your back. Do whatever you do before you have to roll out of bed. Let's roll on to one side and rest your head and face right on your hands. Eyes are still closed. Maybe letting out a couple long breaths. Sinking down. All right. Whichever arm is on top, plant that palm on the floor of the mat and push yourself back up. Yay, the sun's out. Too bad it's gonna rain all day, supposedly. All right, let's return to where we started. Sitting up nice and tall. You can close your eyes here if you want. And give me 3 loud, audible breaths, whether that's oming or just exhaling. So let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. All right, number 2, let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. All right, last one. Let's really make it count. Let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. Let's bring our hands to Namaste. You may repeat after me if you'd like. May you have clear and kind intention. Let's bring our hands to our foreheads. May you have clear and kind thoughts. Let's lower our hands to our lips. May you have clear and kind communication. And returning our hands to our hearts. And as always, the light in me celebrates and honors the light in you. Namaste, my friends.